Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, I'm Masrudin. My student ID number is A1M2-19036. I am a student from English Education Department, Faculty of Teacher Training and Education, Haloluoyo University. In the previous video, my friend has explained about the definition of clause, and in this video, I'm going to explain about one type of clause, namely independent clause. Okay, let's start with the definition. As we can see on the screen, an independent clause is a group of words that consist at least a subject and a verb, and it can stand alone as a sentence, that is, express a complete thought. So, an independent clause is usually referred as a complete sentence because it consists of subject and a verb which has a complete thought and can easily understood. Thus, it doesn't require any other clauses to complete its meaning. Okay. Next, the pattern. Okay, generally, independent clause always come with the pattern subject plus verb plus object or complement. And don't forget, an independent clause always express complete thought. If not, it's not an independent clause, it's a dependent clause. Okay, let's continue. Let's have a look at the patterns again. Subject plus verb plus object or complement. Adding object or complement in independent clause is optional. It can be added or not. If the verb you are using is intransitive, you don't need to add an object because the clause already has a complete thought, even though it doesn't include any object. But if you are using a transitive verb, then of course you have to add an object so that the clause or sentence can have a complete thought. For example, the cat jumped. The clause the cat jumped is meaningful even without object or complement. It because the verb jump is an intransitive verb. Next, they opened the door. While in the clause they open the door, we can see the object, the phrase the door. If we remove the phrase the door, it will be meaningless. They open. There must be a question. What are they open? So, we have to put the object. They opened the door. Okay. And even though each of the two sentences above only consist of 3 and 4 words, we can already call them sentences. Why? Because they already have a complete thought and can stand on their own. Okay, next, more example. Okay, here are more examples of independent clause. My head hurts. Okay, we have the subject, my head, and then the verb hurts. And because hurt is an intransitive verb, it doesn't need any object or complement to complete its meaning in a clause or sentence. Okay, next, Fanny is writing a short story. We have the subject, Fanny, the verb writing, the object, a short story, and this clause expresses a complete thought. Next, my family and I are watching a theater. Okay, you can see we have the subject, my family and I, the verb, watching, the object, a theater, and this clause expresses a complete thought. And next, students normally spend 4 years in college. We have the subject, students, the verb spent, the object 4 years in college, and this clause expresses complete thought. And the last, many international students experience culture shock when they come to the United States. We have two clauses in the last example. Independent clause, words that are not underlined, and dependent clause, the underlined one. And same as before, in the independent clause, we have the subject, international student, and then the verb, experience, the object, culture shock. It's independent clause, while the rest are dependent clause. And a further explanation regarding dependent clause will be presented by my friend, and just watch the next video. Okay, I think enough my today's presentation about independent clause. Please forgive me if I made some mistakes. Thank you for watching. Billahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Goodbye and see you in the next video.